Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For the sake of this video, we'll be discussing the 2010 film, The Social Network, starring Jesse Eisenberg, Andrew Garfield, and even Justin Timberlake. You know, fuck, screw NSYNC and all the other stupid boy bands back in the early 2000s. Anyway, this movie is based on the story on a true story about how about the ever popular social network website Facebook came to be, and naturally it stars Mark Zuckerberg as a student from Harvard who was about to drop. He literally just dropped out, about to drop out of college, and he worked with other college students to develop a social network for originally just for Harvard students, and became known as the Facebook. And then eventually, of course, the word "the" was, eventually dropped, and he got the idea how to drop the word "the" from, which we're going to get into, and so it became Facebook, and it became popular that other colleges says, "Hey, why don't you make up a system for us, or a Facebook system site for our college?" So eventually Zuckerberg did it for other colleges, got paid for it, and then other colleges wanted to do the same thing, so eventually we went around the world, and then it said, okay, instead of just for individual colleges, we're going to do it for the whole world, and eventually it evolved for not just for college student body, but for everyone else, to connect with or to find old friends or old schoolmates or people that lost contact with, and it became this huge phenomenon. And it's over a billion people. I think it's about 2 billion people who have a Facebook account now, according to myself, and it became a huge thing. But there was a problem, because Zuckerberg was actually sued twice, and he eventually settled those cases out of court, because it was two twins, I think they both played by the same person in the film, who sued Zuckerberg because they worked with him and to develop this idea. But unfortunately, Zuckerberg took it a step further than they did, because and developed his own, or so Zuckerberg says, his own thing. But if he didn't steal these two guys' ideas, he wouldn't have settled out of court. In my opinion, same thing with Michael. I know it's two different comparing apples and oranges here, but the same thing with Michael Jackson. If he didn't molest Joy Chandler, why did he settle out of court for? Right? Same thing with here. If Zuckerberg didn't steal these two guys' ideas, why did he settle out of court for? You know why? Because he did. I mean, that's the only reason why people settle out of court, because they know they're going to lose, to a jury. So they settle out of court ahead of time, and that's what Zuckerberg did. He actually did it twice. Once the two guys who was their original idea, and that's what was Zuckerberg, because Zuckerberg is the computer expert, and these two guys just had the idea for it, but they didn't have the minds to. They didn't have the computer expertise that Zuckerberg had. So that's why they brought Zuckerberg on board to develop the site, which is what he did. And he said, oh, that was a good idea, so he put his name on and changed it just barely enough so that it would be different for what the two brothers made up. But it's like a mix. It's like just enough that it wouldn't be exactly like what the two brothers had, but it had just enough of the brothers' idea that Zuckerberg, I know it's complicated here, the way I'm explaining it, but that's how basically it was in the case. And the other lawsuit was about Andrew Garfield's character, who was the CFO, or the chief financial. He was the one who put up the money to develop the site of Facebook, and what happened was Zuckerberg pretty much kicked the guy out. and I'm gonna, for those of you who didn't see this movie, I'm not gonna really spoil it that much. So maybe a couple of spoilers, because of the fact that what Andrew Goyford did was trying to get into a fraternity. He was walking around with a chick, holding on to a live chicken for about a week. And he one of his jobs to get into the fraternity, one of the pranks. He had to take care of this chicken for 1 week, and so he actually fed a chicken. And it's kind of like the scene in the Thanksgiving Charlie Brown show where Woodstock was eating turkey. Something similar to that. Made the chicken into a cannibal chicken, because he was eating chicken, and so he was brought up on animal cruelty charges. The CFO of Facebook. So, and the story eventually got out, and the story was in the paper just to try to get this guy out of there, because Zuckerberg tried to get this guy out as CFO of Facebook, and that's how he wanted to do it, by saying he abused a chicken. So Andrew Goyford says, wait a minute, there's only one other person who knows that story, and it's you. And of course, at the end of the movie, he found out that yes, he did link that story to a local newspaper that Andrew Goyford abused a chicken. So that story came out, and he was doing all these things so he could have complete control of his website. And then you had Justin Timberlake coming in, playing the chief donator to Facebook, put up like $500,000 for Facebook to to advertise it, or to not advertise. He invested in it, I should say. He put $500,000 to invest in the website, and of course, when the Facebook took off, of course, it was just really dumb, because really dumb luck on how Facebook came to be, and it's unbelievable this thing is taking off the way it has, and true I'm part of the Facebook community now. I create some of my own pages. I run pages, and recently I have a MedFan page that's recently hit 900,000 members. So it's like, oh crap! I can't believe I have that many people on there, and it's unbelievable what Facebook is doing, what I'm able to do on Facebook myself. So it's really unbelievable what how it came to be, and how this movie was. And this movie did receive pretty good acclaim. I don't think it won the Academy Award for Best Picture though. I'm not too sure on that. I mean, I looked up on Wikipedia. It doesn't say. I think it won the Golden Globe for Best Picture Drama, but that's it. They won the Academy Award for. I think it won the Academy Award for the screenplay, not for Best Picture, which a lot of people thought it would, because Facebook is such a huge deal. But I thought the movie was okay, but not great, because it was even though it's just over 2 hours, or barely over 2 hours, I thought it was just too fast, too fast paced, for a 2 hour movie. Even though it's, like I just said, it's just over 2 hours, but I thought it was too fast paced. But it was good to how Facebook came to be. And it's kind of interesting. And I think, of course, problems with movies that are based on a true story is that how accurate really the movie is. And the movie really got started when Zuckerberg got dumped by his girlfriend, and so to get even, it was like the word of revenge porn wasn't invented then, but he took the revenge on social media. He invented taking revenge on somebody on social media, because he wanted to say, oh, who's hot and who's not, type thing, comparing her to farm animals, and trashing her on Facebook. Oh, how dare she dump me, and she's a skank, she all these terrible names he was calling her, and of course she got ticked off at him, and rightly so. But the movie, I thought that Jesse Eisenberg's performance was top notch performance by him. Even Andrew Garfield, who was annoying, and that was before Andrew Garfield got cast as Spider-Man. By the way, he was like 2 years before he was cast in the Spider-Man reboot, The Amazing Spider-Man. So he wasn't bad in this movie. Maybe because his performance in this movie got him cast as Spider-Man, but Spider-Man, he was terrible as Spider-Man. God awful terrible in the two Spider-Man movies he was in. But here he was pretty decent. He was annoying, as annoying in this movie as he was in the Spider-Man movies that he did. But the movie, I know I'm panning this movie out because there's not much to say about this thing. But the movie itself, it's not, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's not awful, but it's entertaining for what it is. So that's my review of the movie The Social Network. Please click on the video, please rate it, please subscribe to my channel, and please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You check out all my reviews and only on my YouTube channel about RowdyC.com, so WDY, and then C.com. There's a homepage of Rowdy Reviewer, Chris Lee Moore, and please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.